Hey guys, it's Hunter, and my hair looks like shit right now. I'm back in my pool house. I'm sitting in a corner. I know I should probably have something on the wall, but it's fine. So, okay, we pretty much established that I'm not gonna really have an upload schedule. I promise I'll put out a video every week. Not necessarily a story time every week, not necessarily, I'm gonna put out a video every week. I can promise that. I can't promise what day it is, but just expect for a video to come out every week. Anyway, so today's video is gonna be something a little personal. It's kind of like a life lesson that I've learned that I really want to pass on to other people. That I'd want you to know, and anyone who's going through a hard time. Like, okay, whatever. I'll just get started with it. So as you guys know, I went through a really rough patch in my life, and I lost a lot of friends in this patch. And I lost myself, and I lost a lot. It was just a horrible time in my life, and it was just, oh God, probably one of the worst things that's ever happened to me, honestly. So, as you guys know from my story time, if you've watched it, I'll link it down below, and no, I'll just link it down below and probably put like a little annotation. If I can get my computer to fucking have enough storage to be able to go online to add the fucking annotation, because hi, I'm a broke bitch, and my computer doesn't have much storage, and sometimes it doesn't even want to go on the internet, because it doesn't have enough storage. But whatever. So, from that story time, you know that the guy, Jaden, really took a big toll on my life. And Jaden was friends with all of my close friends. And whenever he left, I felt betrayed in a sense. And I didn't really allow myself. I was in such a defensive mode, and I felt like everyone was out to get me. I was in a really bad place in my life. It was really negative, and it was hard. So what I do, whenever I care about people, typically what I do is I push them away. And I think subconsciously, just from like trying to find myself and trying to think deeper into these issues, what I do is I think, if I push you away, you're gonna come back. And if you don't come back, then, you shouldn't be part of my life. That's my mindset. At least that's what I think. Whenever I get mad, I want to know that people are there for me no matter what. And a lot of times, my friends won't reply to that, or they'll, kind of be like, hey, you're going off that. And I just take everything offensively. Everything is offending to me whenever I'm in these, times in my life, whenever I'm emotional, and whenever I'm just in a bad place. I kind of dig myself into a pit, and if people try to get me out, then I'll question them. Oh, you're trying to help me right now, but, where were you? I bring up the past, and that's something I'm really working on. Now, tonight, I literally, right before making this video, that's why I'm making this video, I apologized to one of my friends who I had blocked on everything, and then I blocked her boyfriend, and she was also going through a tough time at this time. We were immature and we were stupid. But I apologized. I said, hey, can we just leave the past behind and move forward? And she's like, yes, thank God, it's so good to be able to move forward. The amount of relief that I felt in that moment was unlike anything else I've ever experienced in my life. It was, I don't know, having negativity in your life, like holding on to grudges, which I do a lot, holding on to negativity, holding on to, one thing that happened that was bad between you and a friend, or you and a family member, or you and someone, anyone, anything. Even though you may think that, being mad at them is, oh, they're gonna suffer, or, they're gonna get their revenge, or But in the end, that's not what happens. I mean, you're miserable, not miserable per se, but like you end up being depressed because you don't have that friend anymore, and then that friend ends up being depressed because they don't have you anymore, but y'all are so fucking standoffish at this point that, you know, it just becomes a fucking pity party, and then you're arguing with them, they're arguing with you, and every time you see each other out in public, you act, oh, you know, I don't see her, you know, da 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 da. It's childish. And I'm 23 years old. You know, okay. I'm supposed to be an adult, but like I said in previous videos, you know, I've lived my whole life by the rules, and I kind of had my whole, like, you know, party phase a little later in life, so everyone thinks, you know, oh, he's so da-da-da-da, and da-da-da. Everybody wants to judge, you know, what I do. And I'm just trying to have fun. I'm trying to try new things in life. I'm the kind of person who, I used to be very judgmental. I was raised around people who, not people, you know, because my mom wasn't really like this. It's kind of my stepdad and his family, and then, you know, just being, I was pretty much, to make a long story short, I was raised in a keeping up with the Jones environment. And that's kind of like, you know, we lived in a subdivision, and if the neighbors cut their grass, you cut your grass, you know, and if they do new landscaping, you do new landscaping, you know, like everybody's trying to just outdo each other. Everyone's trying to be, you know, so much better than each other. I was raised like that. My sister's older than me, so she was raised more back in the day whenever, you know, I grew up in a shed and in a trailer park, and, you know, just all in these bad places. But my sister experienced more of that than I did, because by the time that I became a child, my mom had already, you know, finished school, and she was starting to make more money, and we were moving into neighborhood subdivisions, and I kind of just got caught up in that. And it's really hard, even to this day, to, like, you know, look past that, because my stepdad's family is very successful. My mom's family is also very successful. Everyone in there is successful, but we don't really associate. It's not that we don't associate, it's just that, you know, her brothers are out of state. They moved to different states, and the only person I have is my cousin's mom, which is my mom's sister, who is my aunt. I call her Nanny, and she also graduated school. I mean, she finished college twice with a 4.0 GPA. And it's not that I have to live up to her, but it's just, my stepdad went to college for fucking 10 years. My mom went to college, and, like, that's just kind of, I don't know, just how I was brought up, I guess, was if you don't go to college, then you're not successful. It's just kind of the mindset that I've always had, and it sucks because that's not what I want to live. And recently, I know you guys have probably noticed that I haven't been uploading as many videos, and I've just been very stressed, but at the same time, I haven't been stressed. Like, I'm finding myself, and I'm realizing more things about myself, and I'm able to, like, find myself. You know, there's no other way to put that, really. I'm finding who I really am and what I really want in life, and it feels good. I'm happy. But the only thing holding me back from all that is, you know, these expectations. And it's not even necessarily from my mom or my stepdad or his family or whatever, because honestly, I could give two shits about what they think. It's more so like the world that we live in. If you're my age and you're not in college, or you don't have a job, or, you know, you're looked down upon. You're looked at as a loser. You know, you still live with your mom and you're 23 years old. And while I'm in college, you know, right now, and I live with my mom, so it's kind of a little bit more acceptable, but, like, why is that such a bad thing? Why is it a bad thing to live with your parents whenever you're an older person? I completely went off a different tangent, but I don't think that it's a bad thing. I mean, you're saving your money, you're not spending your money, and while it may seem like you're mooching off of your parents, they also aren't kicking you out. I mean, they don't mind you being there, and it's not like it costs your parents fucking $1,200 a month. I don't know why that number popped in my head, but it's not like it's costing them that much money. I mean, you're living in their house, but they also have fucking extra bedrooms, and if you would move out, then they would just have another extra bedroom. Like, what are they paying? Electricity and water? I mean, it's not like it's a big inconvenience for them, but in the society that we live in, it's just everything's looked at upon as so fucking negative. Everyone will judge you for everything you do in life, and I have found that, I mean, I still don't know what I want to do, honestly. As far as career options, YouTube is honestly what I want to do, but as of now, it's not profitable. It's not something that I can depend on. And, you know, maybe down the line, I may be able to, you know, live out my dream and be able to do YouTube full time, you know? I mean, that would be amazing because I'm able to share my life with other people and to help other people with what they're going through. But anyway, so pretty much to make a long fucking story short, this video was like everywhere, but what I'm trying to say in this whole video is don't care about what other people fucking think. Don't listen to other people's opinions. If someone has something to say about you being friends with a certain person, if someone has something to say with you talking to someone or dating someone, or you living with your fucking parents, even if you're like fucking 30 or 40 and you're living with your parents, why does that matter to someone else? And if you're around people that's all they care about, if they're just gonna judge you, then you need to get the fuck away from them. Don't associate yourself with people like that. And also, don't stop being friends with someone who you're friends with because someone says, oh, I don't like her, or oh, she's fake. Grow the fuck up. So anyways, I think that's where I'm going to end today's video. I don't want it to be too long, but I just kind of, you know, came to a realization today, and I made up with a bunch of, well, one friend in particular who I really had something out for whatever fucking reason, but I also was able to, I'm pretty much made up with everyone in my life except for Jaden, who is just a piece of shit. And I'm blocked on all his fucking social media. And I had messaged him the other day on Facebook before I was blocked, and then he blocked me. But it was something funny. Like, I sent him something like an old memory, and it was funny, but he blocked me. And I have my theories as to why. I think it's because he just doesn't want to admit, you know, or he doesn't want to see me, or he doesn't want to accept the fact that we were something more than what he's telling people. But anyway, I'm just going to shut the fuck up now. So, don't want to go into that. So, I hope you guys liked today's video. I know it's a little bit different than normal. I wanted to do a story time, but I didn't feel like... I wanted to get this off of my mind, I guess. This was more important to me than a story time about something that happened in my past. I'd rather talk about moving forward, and then, you know, I can do a story time later or whatever, but right now I felt like this was something important to share with you guys. So I hope you guys liked it, and if you're not subscribed already, then please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next video. And honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I love all you guys. I know that every fucking YouTuber says that, and everybody who does videos says that, but the amount of impact that you all have had on my life, you know, with the positive comments and likes on my videos and the support and just the conversations that I've had with all of you guys. I mean, it really makes me so fucking happy, and it makes me reevaluate, you know, priorities in life and what I think is important and what I think isn't. And, you know, it's good to have everybody else's opinions to you know, help better myself. And I'm so happy that I have this, and I'm so happy that this platform exists for me to express that. So yeah, I will see you guys next video. All right, bye.